Hello, good morning everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let me introduce myself. But I'm going to introduce myself in English. But for you who do not understand, pretend to understand my speaking. Bagi kalian yang tidak mengerti, coba pura-pura aja ngerti dulu. Setidaknya kalau mungkin kalian saat ini ditunggu oleh orang tua kalian, so pretend that you understand, okay? Don't show that you do not understand English after 12 or 11 years for you have been studying English. Anyway, do you understand English? Well, I think so. You understand at least to say, oh, a lot of words. Yes, no, I love you. You use it in English. Okay, this is our first meeting for some of you. However, some classes I have taught you before. Beberapa kelas pernah saya ajar, so this is not the first meeting. It is better that I'm going to introduce myself first. But before that, today, these are the things that we are going to learn. First, I'm going to introduce myself, of course, because do not love. Tidak kenal, maka tidak sayang. So that's why I'm going to introduce myself in English. One more time, try to understand only. Cobalah untuk memahami seolah-olah paham gitu aja. And the second is, we are going to do some pretest. What is the function of the pretest? Later I'm going to use quizzes. From this, you must do the tests. You must prepare yourself, try to do the test. By doing the test, I will know your level of English. Because by knowing your level of English, I can make what is the best way to teach you English. Dengan cara itu ya, jadi saya akan membuat tes nanti setelah perkenalan kita. Saya akan menyiapkan tes untuk kalian dengan menggunakan quizzes. Dari situ saya akan tahu level English kalian. Sehingga saya bisa menggunakan tema-tema apa yang nanti akan saya pakai berikutnya akan tergantung pada kemampuan kalian. Jadi kalian akan nyaman karena mengikuti sesuai dengan kemampuan kalian. Okay, that's all little things that we are going to do today. And now let me introduce myself. My full name is Eko Setiabudi. You can call me Mr. Budi. I think all of you have got my phone number because my on WhatsApp only. You are in one group with me in WhatsApp, so you have my phone number. I live at Jalan Nakula 1, Tuban. It's about 100 meters from the SMKN 1 Tuban, or it is behind Kodim Tuban. It's so close to the school. So I usually go to school by motorcycle. Actually walking it's okay because it is very near. But sometimes I go to school by car too. This is string rides. Yeah, this is because I have a lot of things to do. I have got to move from one place to the other place too. Saya harus sering mobile ya, pindah dari satu tempat ke tempat lain. Anyway, maybe you ask me, do I like English? Is English my favorite lesson? Actually, no. I don't like English. You know, I don't like to learn English. Why I have to like to learn English? Hmm. What I like best is eating. I like eating very much. You know, I eat 3 times or more a day. I like eating meatball, pandol. Yes, I like it very much. I like eating fried rice. I like eating rice pecel or anything I like it. So, and then I also like watching television. I also like listening to music. I also like, things that is fun to do is like sometimes just little do sport. It's enjoyable too because make me feel fresh. However, I don't like English. When I was a student, my favorite lesson is mathematics, not English. You know why I like mathematics? Because I think mathematics is just like a game, it's just like a quiz to do. So when there is a question and then there is something that I have to find, so I like mathematics, but not English lessons. But then the question is, why do I learn English and become an English teacher? Pertanyaannya kemudian, kenapa saya belajar bahasa Inggris dan menjadi guru bahasa Inggris? Well, this is maybe the question that come to your mind. Why do I learn English? Okay, because why I learn English? Because I need it. I need to learn English. Just like I need to get up in the morning. Do you like to get up in the morning? Well, sometimes when this is raining, yeah, and then you want to get up, your mother say, get up, this is time to go to school, hurry up, you'll be late. You don't like it. The nice thing to do is yawning and then open your handphone, chatting with some friends. This is very very nice. Ketika kalian harus bangun pagi, itu juga tidak menyenangkan kan? And then the same things when you, but why you still get up in the morning? Because you need it. You need to get up in the morning to go on your life. So that's why I need to learn English, not because I like English, because I need it. Sometimes I want to have nice food. Actually eating is simple. If you want just go on your life, just so simple. Take rice, eat it. Ambil aja nasi, makan, it's finished, but not nice. But what is the deal with learning English? Learning English is the same thing. If you just go on your life, you do not need to learn English. It's just eat. But sometimes what I do is, I must make sambal. Why? To make the food that I eat nicer. That's why I need to learn English, so that I can have a better job, I can have better understanding of the future, I can enjoy a lot of things in life. For example, listening music. When you listen to music, when you only understand Japanese music, I think many good Japanese songs. My favorite singers are Didi Kempot, Nela Karisma. I like them all. Yes, I like Japanese music too because I'm Japanese people and I'm happy to be Japanese. However, there are also many many songs in English that is very nice to listen to. This is the reason why I learn English, because this is so strange. Aneh sekali when you try to sing English song and then you do not know the meanings. Well, it is feeling so bad, rasanya jelek sekali. Menyanyikan lagu-lagu bahasa Inggris yang enak didengar tapi kita tidak tahu artinya. So that's why, and this is the reason why I learn English. Okay, that is one. The second reason is, why do I need to learn English? The world today is very very small. It's very very narrow. We live in the modern era when everything is connected with something that called technology, internet, and yes or not, you like it or not, you agree or not, English is become the language of the world. English is language of the world now. If you open the internet, or every day in our life, every day, in your, that, for example, the lesson today that we have, it's called online lessons, and then we know about Google Classroom, and then we know about SMS, short message service. This is also in English. And the next thing is, you also use English in your daily life too. Example, if you want to say that you like someone, in mengatakan cinta, I'm not sure that you will say, Dek, aku tresno awakmu, but you are going to say is, I love you. So, English is language that, agree or not, is the language of the words. However, I learn English is not because I'm proud to be English teacher. It's not because I just want to have better knowledge. English is also becoming language of the words for writing. If you open the internet, how many sites are written in English every day in our lives? Yes or not, you meet English writing every day. I think we also use English to enjoy some film. Some character like Iron Man, Black Widow, Thor, Captain America, and so on. So they also use the English name. Okay, that's some of the reasons why I have to learn English. But then there is another question that come up is English difficult? Is English difficult, yeah? I think yes, English is difficult. Why English is difficult? Because this is not our language. Ini bukan bahasa kita. That's why English is difficult. Most of the Javanese people, sebagian besar orang Jawa, can speak two language. At least, you speak Javanese, you also speak Indonesian. This is all of us. Have you ever felt that you learn them for conversation? Pernahkah kalian merasa bahwa kalian mempelajari bahasa Indonesia maupun bahasa Jawa dalam percakapan? Atau, or at least, have you ever taken course of speaking Javanese or speaking Indonesian? I don't think so. You just flow. You just flow to learn it. Ya, kalian hanya tanpa sadar mempelajarinya from the people around you. And now, although we do not live in English, but every day in our life, we can turn on our handphone, we can watch videos on YouTube, or everything that is in English, read English textbooks. So everything is easy now. You can make the situation is that every day you meet with English, yeah, English language, try to learn it. The simple why to learn English is, for example, in every note that you find, in every cover book cover ya, di setiap cover buku itu ada tulisan bahasa Inggrisnya, try to translate it. Okay, that's one thing how to learn English is. So, next question is, why is English difficult? That's what I want to answer is. The first reason is why English is difficult is because of the pronunciation in English. You know, for example, the word one. How to write one? O-N-E. O-N-E. But we read it with the word one. The question is, where is the word W from? Huruf W-nya itu dari mana? A-nya dari mana? N-nya dari mana? And then how can it is say one? We should read it one, not one, right? For Japanese people. And then the other example is, if you make the plural of the man, kata jamak dari man, M-A-N, menjadi M-A-N, man. However, pen, kenapa tidak jadi? Ya, for example, pan, ya, pan for the panci itu, kenapa tidak jadi pen? And then why becoming pants? This is so confusing English is. Besides that, yeah, what pronunciation? So, do not care so much about that. If you want to have good conversation, just simple thing to do is listen to music every day, sing it, translate it. In the next lesson is I'm going to give you some songs for you to listen every day. You might also subscribe at my channel. I have made 2 channels for me. Yes, I wish that you can help me to make my channel bigger. Okay. The next reason is why English is difficult is because of the changing verb. Adanya perubahan kata kerja, hal ini yang membuat bahasa Inggris juga sulit. Di dalam bahasa Indonesia, jika kalian ingin bilang pergi, ya pergi. Untuk subjeknya siapapun, waktunya apapun, kita tetap menggunakan kata pergi. Tetapi di dalam bahasa Inggris, beda subjek, beda waktu, kita menggunakan beda pola untuk kata pergi. Ada kata go, ada kata going, ada kata goes. Nah, adanya perubahan verb semacam ini yang membuat kita, orang Indonesia, bingung belajar bahasa Inggris. But don't care about that. Don't care about it. Just the thing that you must care about is how to understand the meaning only. Grammar is the next level is. Yeah. Why? Grammar is easy thing. Maybe in the next videos, yes, I'm going to share you about how to master 12 tenses or 16 tenses, yeah, only within 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes, okay. 10 minutes enough to master 16 tenses. Okay, that's the reason. The second reason why is English difficult. First is pronunciation. Second is the grammar. The changing of verb. The third is why English difficult is. Okay, why English difficult? Some people say susunan kalimat dalam bahasa Inggris dibolak-balik. Okay, is it true or not? Susunan kalimat bahasa Inggris itu dibolak-balik. Wah, itu tidak benar. Kalau kalian berpikir bahwa susunan kalimat dalam bahasa Inggris dibolak-balik, tidak benar. Okay, for example, saya pergi ke pasar. I go to market. Saya pergi ke pasar setiap hari. I go to market every day. Susunan kalimat bahasa Inggris dan bahasa Indonesia itu tetap sama. Subjek, verb, objek, dan keterangan waktu. Justru bahasa Inggris lebih sederhana daripada bahasa Indonesia, di mana susunannya selalu seperti itu. Subjek, verb, objek, how kalau ada, keterangan tempat, dan keterangan waktu. Keterangan waktu tidak boleh ditaruh di tengah, tapi harus di paling depan atau paling belakang. Susunannya selalu seperti itu. Lalu jika kalian menemukan pola yang terbalik, itu yang seperti apa? Pola yang dibalik di dalam bahasa Inggris bukan susunan kalimat, akan tetapi susunan kata benda. Contoh, yes, saya mau bilang mobil merah. Mobil bahasa Inggrisnya car, very good. And then merah mean red. Oke, tapi mobil merah kalian tidak boleh mengatakan dengan karet. But you must say red car. Hanya jika kalian menemukan kata benda yang diterangkan oleh kata sifat di dalam sebuah kalimat, hanya pada bagian ini saja yang harus dibalik. Jadi bukan semua kalimat dibalik. For example, I went to Surabaya by a red car yesterday. Saya pergi ke Surabaya naik mobil merah kemarin. Jadi bukan kalimatnya dibolak-balik, tidak seperti itu. Hanya pada bagian mobil merah saja yang dibalik. Yaitu apa? Bukan susunan kalimat, akan tetapi susunan kata benda yang dibalik. Okay, that is why English is difficult to learn. And then, how to learn English now? Lalu bagaimana tips cara belajar mudah berbahasa Inggris? Actually, in my site, I will give you some link later if you want to learn English by yourself. I've made some video buat cara malas belajar bahasa Inggris. For you that are lazy to study English. Ini untuk kalian yang malas belajar bahasa Inggris, saya sudah nge-set beberapa file, beberapa video tentang cara malas belajar bahasa Inggris. Bagi pemula bagi pemula tentunya. Dimana yang harus kalian lakukan adalah hanya cukup memakai headset kalian. Pakai headsetnya, putar audionya berulang-ulang. Di situ sudah ada terjemahan dalam bahasa Inggris dan bahasa Indonesianya. Putar 3 atau 4 kali dan kalian akan bisa paham bahasa Inggris dengan sendirinya. Berulang-ulang because there is no easy way to learn English. Actually, there is no easy way. Sebenarnya tidak pernah ada cara mudah. Yang ada adalah the right way to learn. Yang adalah cara yang benar untuk belajar. But I'm not sure that so far you have learned English. Kalian sudah di tahun ke-12 atau tahun ke-11 untuk belajar bahasa Inggris. Alasannya aneh ya. Berapa kata yang kalian bisa saat ini? Kalian bisa coba. Kalau kita hidup di kelas normal mungkin akan saya cobakan. Tapi kita dengan kelas online semacam ini, maybe we can try it other time. I hope that this COVID-19 is over soon. However, you must stay home. You must take care of your health. This is the important things. Okay, and for you that are in the 12th grade, bagi kalian yang kelas 12, this is the end of your young age. Kalian sudah mendekati masa-masa muda kalian yang akhir. Kenapa? Setelah ini lulus, dan what have you prepared? Apa yang sudah kalian siapkan? Okay, more and more in this modern world that daring online class like this is getting more and more importance. Okay, this is a little introductions from me because we are going to do the next. The things that we are going to do next is I'm going to give you the link. Yes, here there is a link for pretest that we are going to do today. So prepare yourself, and we will try it. And then in our WA group, a question and answer may be given in your group. Just give a question and answer, give question, and then in every meeting I will try to explain it to you. One more thing that I hope you buy internet packet which is free of YouTube. Saya harap kalian membeli paket internet yang gratis YouTube aja. Why? Because if we use Zoom, streaming like Skype, Zoom, and many other things, this is you will spend a lot of your data. You will need a lot of money for that. However, by using free YouTube like this, you can save a lot of money. So maybe I'm going to use YouTube streaming. However, I need your help. To make a YouTube streaming through my mobile, I will need 1,000 subscribers. So please help me to subscribe my channel so that I can use streaming live to you, so we can do more interactive and cheaper for you all. Okay, I think that's all my introduction this time. And later I have made some links for you to do today. Introduce of yourself, and also we will do the pretest for today. Okay, that's all for me now, but later we will meet again at the end of the lesson. Okay, bye bye.